Welcome to the bush. Actually, to the cabin. I am very excited. Thanksgiving weekend is fast approaching, and I have a lot to be thankful for this year. For one, I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful to be healthy, and I'm thankful to be alive. And I'm also thankful that we got my cabin back upright and on skids now. I got it on skids, and that means the exciting part happens now. It's time to get to work on the inside. I got me a new wood stove. Don't worry, the big wood stove isn't going anywhere. It's just too big for the cabin, so I'm going to use it elsewhere on the property. But I've got this little wood stove that I'm gonna hook up today and get a wood stove pad down for it, and we're gonna be spending a nice Thanksgiving weekend in the cabin, roasty, toasty, warm. And it wasn't taken off like that? Mm-hmm. You know why it's taken off like that now? Because
you have a longer...
got a longer chimney on it, yeah. And so it's creating a draw. And that draw is really making it rocket. As you can see, it's like... I'll tell you what, those fire bricks, I think they helped this thing burn better. Because they elevated the coals up a little bit higher, you know what I mean? So whenever I adjust the fire, I just make sure and put that back in there in case there's any hot coals on it.
I hear the mice now, next to the fireplace.
Excellent. is step 2 time. I've been diligently working away. It's been raining all day, so got settled in, got the wood stove hooked up, and cooked on it last night and enjoyed a relaxing evening and slept really good. And then today I worked on the window behind me. I worked on getting some trim above the wall here and then putting some trim on the window. Then I'm going to put a blind on it and I'm going to put curtains up. But it looks a lot better though. Things are coming together here in the cabin, but it is definitely refreshment time. We've got an Italian style Pilsner here. Ooh, that's actually very, very tasty. So, Tiffy is about to join me, and we are going to celebrate Thanksgiving in the cabin. I have a lot to be thankful for this year. My health and coming through a really hard time, as you know. And I'm also very thankful that I met Tiffany. She's into a lot of the same things that I am into, and we just vibe on the same exact level. Like, I can't even explain it. It's like kindred spirits kind of thing going on for sure. But she is just so into outdoors. She's into bushcrafting. She loves the cabin to the point to where she gets teary-eyed when she comes out here. So I'm going to be meeting her in just a little bit, and we are going to have an awesome Thanksgiving dinner right here in the cabin. I'm really, really excited about it. I'm truly excited to celebrate Thanksgiving this year because I do have a lot to be thankful for, and we all do. Even if you've had a bad year, I could say I've had a bad year, but honestly, it's been one of the best years of my life. So it's all perspective, and we learn a lot along the way. So. Hey. Tiffany brought a Thanksgiving dinner with all the fixings. Yes, this girl can cook as well. She's a keeper. I'll tell you what, you gotta get you one of these cabins if you ain't got one. You throw it together. I don't know how to build things really, but I've managed. So that's what Google's for, right? Now I was able to make this cabin 2 years ago, get the basic structure, and I was able to build it out of almost 100% reclaimed materials. I've bought a few things for it now, but for the most part, like, it's been cost free. So it's just been a fun way. It's fun to have, like, it's kind of like an adult tree house, you know? It's fun to have a place that you can go back to
away from your regular house. It's kind of a bug out location, a secret getaway, if you will. Somewhere to go and just have a good time and enjoy yourself and sit by the wood stove and watch the snow or the rain fall outside. And it's just great. So if you're not doing this, I recommend, and if you don't have the ways or the means to build an actual stick-built cabin like this, build something out of logs. Build something bushcraft style. Build yourself a bushcraft camp. Whatever it is, just build yourself a place to get away and retreat to. A retreat, if you will. It's amazing. What a great time. What a wonderful Thanksgiving.
It was. Thank you.
Thank you. Now it's movie time.
I clean up my act, I did rehab, I'm a TV personality, I'm sober for 2 years, and this happens.
Oh, what a good slumber. Finally a good slumber in the cabin. I'll tell you what, the wood stove worked great. It's really super efficient. I only had to put one piece in it overnight, all night. Of course, it was only a low of 40, so it wasn't that cold, but it is windy out. But this is my favorite part about the wood stove. This wood stove is at enough of an angle that I can simply reach over without getting out of bed and fire it. I keep some wood underneath here so I can grab a piece and throw it in. It's freaking great. And another thing I did to enhance the comfort in the cabin is I got me a memory foam mattress topper thingy and put that on just to give this little 2 or 3 inch mattress a little more padding. And I'll tell you what, now it's like sleeping at a fine hotel. The only thing I don't care for is this glass window. It gets really dirty really fast and you can't see in for the fire. You basically have to clean it every time you use the wood stove. And by the next morning it's going to be like completely glazed over. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. Well, it's coffee time. First wood stove coffee of the year. I'm burning the crap out of my tongue. Not used to my coffee being that warm. So the new wood stove works great. I found that kettle at Goodwill, and I keep it on the stove at all times with water in it, and that puts some moisture in the atmosphere. One of the things I noticed staying here at the cabin, there's a couple things I noticed. I noticed that I wake up and my boogers are all hard or my nose is all stuffed up. I also noticed that my sinuses get plugged up here in the cabin. Has to be from the dryness of the wood stove. It's the only thing I can think of. Another weird thing that I noticed here at the wood stove was I wake up with a headache often when the wood stove's running. And so maybe I'm burning the oxygen out of the room. So I don't know. What are your thoughts, folks? Maybe I should crack a window when I have the wood stove going. Sometimes I do just because it's so hot in here. But this thing is not tight. It should be getting oxygen in just fine. But I always attributed the headaches to too many beers the night before, you know. But now, you know, that's not the case anymore. So I don't really understand what's causing it. It's got to be just burning the oxygen out of the room. But like last night, I didn't have a window open. I woke up with a slight headache. The night before, I had a window open almost all night because it was pretty warm, and I still woke up with a headache. So I don't know. Maybe it could be a mold or a mildew too here in the cabin. I don't know, but I don't know of any mold or anything. But anyhow, great Thanksgiving at the cabin this year. And now, tomorrow I get to smoke the meat for my family's actual Thanksgiving, the big Thanksgiving dinner. And so, anyway, it's a good time of year, and we got a lot to be thankful for. I'm also thankful for every one of you that tunes in and watches In the Bush. Make sure you hit the bell icon if you're on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, consider jumping over to Rumble and checking out my channel on Rumble, The Rockstar Farmer. You can do everything on there that you can do on YouTube. So, anyway, we'll see you next time in the bush.